Hello, it's Lisa here again with Art Journaling Adventures for Beginners, and today we are going to have an art journaling adventure, truly an adventure together. I'm so excited. I got in this gel press and I have been wanting to play with it forever. I have seen people that have done work on it and I could not figure out how it worked. I've never done it. I did watch a YouTube video to figure out even what I'm supposed to do. There are some very, very brief directions in here, but I really don't have any idea how it works, and I thought it would be really fun just to experiment with this, you guys, with you, so that, you know, if it doesn't work out, then it's just okay. Like, I don't want everything to look like I do, like it works out every time, because really it does not. There are lots of times that I try things that it really does not go well. All right, what do I have in order to make this work? I have a gel printing plate. And it is squishy. It comes in a couple of sizes. I got the biggest one. I thought I could make it small if I want, but I wanted the biggest platform that I could work on. I do have a paint tray. You will definitely need, this is called a brayer. You will need a brayer. You will need some liquid paints. So I'm using some of my, I love using pearlized paints. So I have a couple colors of these that are kind of shiny and pretty. And what else? From what I heard, you could use some stamps. I don't know if these are going to work because they said you should have foam stamps, which I don't really know what that even means. I don't have a foam stamp, so I'm going to try these. I also saw people on the video, they used a stencil, so I have a stencil, and stuff with texture. So I have this, actually came from around a bouquet of flowers, but it's got a very definite texture to it. It was all rosy, so I pulled that out. And what else did I have here? I had a little piece of, oh, this is actually a fake piece of, what is that stuff? Lavender. And so that will give me some texture. So I just have some things to play with. The whole point of a jelly plate is you put paint and stuff over and layer and layer and layer different colors and stuff. You can put textures on it, and then you lay the paper on it and you pull the paper off and it makes a print. And that's all I know about it. So I am just going to start. I have to, from the directions, I know I have to peel this piece of plastic off, and it's got plastic on both sides, and I am assuming that is so that as I roll with the brayer, my gel mat doesn't move, so it's now become a sticky surface. Oh, I do have this on my mat on my desk, and I'm afraid that's going to roll a little bit. So let me just do something here to secure this just a little bit so that as I roll, it doesn't move. All right. All right. So, ooh, I'm so excited, and I don't know how it's going to work. So we are just going to start. I think I am going to start with a light color first. So this is a pearlized white. It's nothing special. I got it at Michael's. And I'm just going to start, and I'm just going to blop some on because I really don't have any idea how this works. So I'm just going to blop some paint on here. And then I'm going to use the brayer on it. And I just watched people and they just do this. So that's what I'm doing. I really don't have any idea how this works. I just saw them and they kind of roll this around. I don't like that this, it's streaking, and I don't know why that's doing that because I've never done it before. So I'm just going to be happy with that. I do have a towel here to wipe off my brayer as I use it, just so it keeps the different colors smushing, but I don't know if that's necessary or not. Oh, I'm just going to leave that on there. It's a piece of dry acrylic paint. I'm going to leave it on there because I think it's going to be cool. And I'm going to put some spots of this on it and see what happens. And we're just going to smush this around a bit. As you can see, it's kind of getting smushy, which I kind of like. I think I could do it so it isn't smushy, but I've decided smushy's good. I want to leave it without smoothing it out too much because it's leaving different colors, and I want that. I want to see the white and the lavender and the darker purple. So I'm kind of leaving the. I'm wiping off my brayer with my towel as we go. So I kind of like that. And then I think I'm going to put just this little bit of blue on here. I don't know why, it's just calling to me. So I'm going to put just this tiny bit of this blue, and we'll see what that does. These are all my favorite colors, so that's why I'm choosing them. And we'll swoosh that around a little. Oh, you can see it gets, like the dot gets caught on the brayer, so it's making a pattern, which is kind of cool. Hadn't anticipated that. All right, well, very cool. Oh, that's very cool. Like that a lot. All right, wipe off my brayer again, and now I'm just gonna see if I can put any textures or anything in it. Oh, I'm getting paint all over myself, which is not unusual for me. I'm kind of klutzy that way. All right, so let's try this and see what happens. So I'm just going to stick this on here. I wonder if there's this side feels a little thicker. So I'm just going to see what happens if I stick this on here. Maybe it'll lift the paint off. Oh, it did. See, it made a little bit of a pattern. So I'm just going to do that in a couple places. And I think once I print it, I think it will look different. We'll hope it looks different. I really don't have any idea. This is as much an adventure for me as it is for you. All right, we're gonna go with that. I'm gonna take some dark purple and put it on my tray. And I think I am going to, let's see, let's try some dots. I don't have any idea how this is gonna work. So I am just gonna try it. I'm gonna put the stencil down. I'm gonna take my brayer and get some paint on my brayer. I don't think this is gonna work. I think I'm gonna have to do something else. Wish I knew what I was doing here. And I'm just gonna paint over the stencil a little bit and see what happens. Oh God, that's so cool. That is so cool. And you can see it lifted the paint off at the edge of the stencil. So I kind of want to make sure I don't go all the way to the edge, because I really don't want that squared off edge, I think. A little more paint, a little bit of this. I don't know how to get the paint to stay on my brayer here, so it's not really doing what I want it to do. Yeah, it made a thing. So let me go back over this. See, I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm okay with that. I really like the dots, though. I wish I knew how to do that without getting the I'll just cover over that a little bit. I kind of want that, so I'm just gonna make sure I don't. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna do this instead. I am gonna put this on here and see if I can get it, just pull that up. Oh yeah, it made spots. See the dots? That's really cool. I like that. But I do not want it, the edge, because I don't want that edge of the... And I really would like this dark purple on here. Let me see if I can do this one more time. Let's put extra paint on there and see what happens. And just see if I could, I really think I would like a smaller brayer. I saw the demo on this, but you know what? She made it look a lot easier than it is, because I really don't want that edge. I guess I gotta have the edge if I'm doing it. I'm just gonna give up to the fact that I have to have the edge. Alrighty. And let's see, what else can I do here? I got the rosy thing. I think I'm gonna put the rose. I'm gonna put this actually in my dark purple paint. See? And I'm gonna lay it on there and see what happens. And lift it up. Oh, I am loving this. This is just really, really cool. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my gosh. I'm so glad I saved this from my flowers. And get a little bit over here. I don't want it to look like I'm too perfect with that rosy thing. Put a little bit over here. Don't want it to look like I'm making it equidistant everywhere. I think I'm going to say that's done. I think I'm going to put just one more little bit of rose here. All right, So the next thing we do is we take a piece of paper and we lay it on here and we push it down. I like to use this antique looking paper because it has a more vintage look to it when I'm done, so I use this a lot. It's just regular typing paper, regular printer paper, but it's got a antique marbled look to it, and I really like a parchment look, and I really like how that looks on my work because I like to do a lot of vintage looking stuff. All right, so here we go. We get to see if it works, and I'm gonna pull it off. That's kind of cool. I think what I've learned is I need more paint. So as you can tell, a lot of my colors did not come off here. And I think what I'm gonna do is just put some more paint on there. And I'm gonna print right over it. I think I want it a little more lavendery. So I think I'm just gonna use the brayer and do another whole layer on here. And I'm just going to print right over it. Let's see. And I think we'll let's use these dots one more time. And let's try this. Let's see, where do I have a blank spot? I'm going to try it right here. So I'm just going to stick this on here and see what happens. Yeah. All right, so I think that's a little too much paint and not enough pattern. But I'm just going to keep messing with it because I think that's what you're supposed to do. So I'm just going to keep adding stuff. So let's see. Let's put a little, let's give it a little, oh wow, let's do a little gold. So I'm going to put a little gold on here. I feel like more of this, whatever's left on here, I feel like more of that should have come up. So I think if I do it deeper and thicker, I think more of that will come up the next time. I have a feeling the reason it didn't come up was because I made it too thin. It wasn't wet enough. I'll try these leaves on here. So what I'm doing is I'm putting a stamp on here, and then I'm wiping it off and do a little edge here so that each time I can use it, it's got no stuff on it. And let's see. This is kind of plain, so let's see what happens when I do that. I'm going to put it back on here. I'm just going to keep doing it because there's no right or wrong here. It's just fun. And I don't know about you, but this is just way cool fun to me. Oh, and the leaves came out. See? Right there, and right there, and right there. I think I'm liking that a lot. So now I need some stuff over here. What can I do? I feel like I'd like maybe more gold. So let's make it really gold on this edge. Okay, and I'm going to make it nice and wet. And I'm leaving a little bit of the, I didn't wipe my brayer off, so it's actually got quite a bit of the purple. So I'm hoping the purple will blend around a little bit. And let's see, I want that to go up that way. So this top corner needs some gold. And I feel like it needs something because otherwise it is just going to be too, whoops, just knocked my tea over. It's going to be too much. I'm convinced I can make this stencil work. Yeah, I'm just not liking that it puts the outline of the stencil in there. And let's just do this just for fun. know if you can see that, but it's lifting up the paint, kind of leaving a print. All right, so I want this to print on this side. So I'm gonna flip it over and put it on there again. And let's see what we get. Oh God, really pretty. Really liking that. Still think it needs something. It's got a little bit too much paint. So let's try a little white in here, somewhere in the middle, because I'm seeing that's where I want it. And I am going to do it this way. I am going to do the white with the dots right on this and see what happens. And I'm going to put it back down again. See what happens. Well, that was kind of fun. I still feel like it needs some something more distinctive, and I think what I'm gonna do is let it dry. And I got a little more paint on there. I'm gonna see if I can get this to come up over here. Oh yeah, see, I got the dots. The white dots came out. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it dry, and I think I'm going to stencil, I'm going to do the dots on top of it so that you can see them once it's dry, and it'll be more distinctive. I think I will like that because I love that the dots are showing here, but I just don't have the ability, I don't know how to do it yet, to make that work without getting that squared off piece. Let me just try one more time. Let me see if I just do just the purple up here. Let me put a little bit of purple on my thing. See what happens. And that's got no edge. Oh, I'm gonna love it. I can tell already I'm gonna love it. And I want that right on this gold. And I'm going to do it down here too because it looks like it needs a little bit to me. This is so cool. Oh yeah. I think I need just a little bit. Finish it up here. Kind of balance it all out. Yes, that is definitely done. I love it. It is exactly how I wanted it to look without wanting it to look any way in particular. You know what I want? I want this leaf. I want it purple right there. Let's see if I can make that happen. I don't know. Let's see if I have any. I'm just going to rub that purple paint right on here. And I'm going to stamp it on there. Oh, no, it didn't stamp. I might just stamp that right on the paper itself. I'm thinking. I don't know if that's going to be dark purple enough. There we go. My brayer is so full of all different kinds of paint. I'm trying to get just the really dark purple on there. All right, I am going to do that, and I'm going to stick this here, and I am just going to stamp that on there. Yep, I like that. Since I like it, I'm going to put it in another place. Let's see. Let's get that up here. Yep. Love it. And that is my art adventure with a jelly plate. If you would like to play with a jelly plate, I highly recommend. It is awesomely fun. This is what it looks like. This is the big one. This is the 8x10, but they make them much smaller. Pick yourself up a jelly plate, a brayer, and some acrylic paints, and have at it. This is wicked fun. This is Lisa saying thanks for creating with me. And you can find me on Facebook at Art Journaling Adventures for Beginners. We have a group there, and I'd love to see what you do with your jelly plate. Thanks so much. Take care.